if I went to the right thing here, here we go. If I went to the right... Oh, and I didn't even fix my camera.
Your camera's fudged.
I forgot. I did forget something. And I didn't mute my TV. I'm making so many mistakes. And yeah, that didn't turn out right either. What? Okay. Okay. Obviously, I still have some things to test because that didn't turn out the way I thought it was supposed to. But okay, fine, whatever. Good evening, everybody. We're back. Everything after now should work better. Should work better.
Should.
I'm testing a 2 PC streaming setup. That's why everything's different today.
Okay.
So that way, my computer can stop complaining about, I don't have enough resources, stop making me do all this shit.
So basically, you have... it is football too, essentially?
Yep.
You have finally achieved streamer success. You have used your old new PC as your stream box.
Yeah. Well, technically it's the same stream machine. Well, I mean, you know which stream machine it is that I'm using. That's the stream machine I'm using.
Just explained that was you used to do it all in one machine. Now you have 2 machines.
Mm-hmm.
2 computers.
Yeah. The other machine isn't new. In fact, you can see it on camera, and then I'm talking about it. There it is. It's on camera. Hi, other machine is actually doing the streaming. Okay. So with that, I mean, the reason I did it, this mostly is going to be for my personal ZZZ stuff, because that one, I was doing so much like dual streaming and
I would
dual...
presume your even if your VTuber model is simple, if it's using a lot of like inputs of recording of your actual self, it's going to have like its own cost.
Right. I was also recording both a vertical scene and a landscape scene and streaming in 2 different places. So that, it was taking a lot of resources. So it was time to... And there's that too. Yeah, it was time to diversify.
Admittedly, that may be what I turn a computer that I'm going to be testing out into a Linux box. See if I can use that. But as of right now, I have to double check to see if it'll work okay on Linux, or if I have to do some modifications.
Oh, sound's coming through. I should test that too. Yeah, I'm paranoid of everything. Everything's new. Yeah, sound's coming through. Great. I've had to learn a whole bunch of new shit to make this work.
So is, like, did you set up a capture card for the football too?
Nope.
Nice to meet you.
Oh.
I'm still technically streaming from my gaming PC, but I'm streaming to another computer rather than Twitch.
Pleased to meet.
That's the difference. Yeah, so I just have an open stream to an open port on my streaming machine from my gaming PC, and that's how it works. I just like 3 or 4 days ago, I don't know, I got it in my head that, I wonder if there's something I can do with my other computer to make this work better. And I looked up like dual PC setups, and that was like, oh yeah, you don't need a capture card, just forward your video to a stream to a port on the other computer. Like, okay, fantastic. It works great.
It probably does need a little tweaking because I can see stuttering here and there on the stream.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that's me or if that's just situations.
Okay. I mean, it might be. I have no idea. Oh, that's not good looking. What's going on there now? Is it just me, or is it... Something screwy happened on my TV. Now that I'm looking at the stream.
Where it kind of like slows down and drops frame. It looks like it's dropping frames, but
No, for me it looks like it zoomed in on one particular spot. Crazy.
huh, weird.
Let me try reloading it. And yeah, I guess we'll have to do some tests.
I mean, it's just one of those things of like everything looks okay from my end. I'm seeing everything, but like there's occasional like weird slowdowns in the frame rate. So
Okay, that's good to keep to know. I'll make notes and adjust accordingly.
we'll deal with this as we go.
Yeah, because the whole point of it was so that because what I was seeing on my ZZZ streams was frames dropping on my actual machine. So like even though I would try to record something, it would be skipping on the actual on the actual video I was recording. So I was like, that's no good. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I remember now. We were doing some side questing. Let me see. Why haven't I cleared? I cleared this already. Cleared this already. Why didn't we clear this? There was a reason we didn't clear this. I can't remember why now.
Which thing?
This area over here next to the Capitol.
Oh, I'm not sure, but I think we needed the hover vehicle.
Let's go find out.
Oh, side note.
Hmm.
So it's possibly getting a sequel.
I didn't hear you all the way. What was that?
Guess what's possibly getting a sequel?
Oh man, that's 86.
Fuck off,
Leaving
no.
the Demon Village forbidden.
Shut up.
The two of you
Nobody
have
wants it.
explicit permission.
Then
to
I
come
don't.
with
Then it doesn't matter what we're getting because it's not that.
Exactly. There are other demons. moving out
We
on
are
the
getting
roads
Stellar
before
Blade
us.
2.
Oh, okay. I would have guessed a million things and probably never reached that conclusion.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things like, man,
One went out in search of
I'm
a
kind of glad that
legendary comic.
they are
Another
thinking of getting this Stellar Blade 2, but at the same time, it's like, really?
So you leave to find entertainment?
Yeah, we barely. PC people don't even got #1 yet.
Oh, PC people are really annoyed right now. And,
Why?
So, a couple of things have come out, and this seems to be much more of it done by the publisher and not by the developer.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the PC version of Stellar Blade is not going to be available in 132 countries, and launching with Denuvo.
Oh, the Nuvo. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. The 132 countries, Shift Up was like, wait, what? Let's go check with Sony and find out what's going on. Apparently, Sony came back with, yeah, no. So, Shift Up is trying to do damage control.
Why did they say no?
Because Shift Up wanted to get to just about everybody, as much people as possible.
Uh-huh.
And Sony, being Sony, it's like,
any villages
yeah,
too close
but
to the
we
epicenter
wanted
will
to
always
show off that it's a Sony exclusive.
Must have been the mother
Because
of those
SIE is a
explosions,
giant
huh?
fucking ball of bullshit. So,
I'm still not understanding their objection. They it's a PC release, but they're not releasing it to all the regions that Shift Up wanted just because they want to maintain it as an exclusive to a PS5
okay.
in those regions.
Eddie, remember the whole chicanery that happened with Helldivers 2?
Yeah, the online sign up thing. Yeah.
Not quite. They wanted it to be SIE jumped in and tried to lock people out who had
It's the leader of the Raptors.
bought the game
Watch out for fiery
and
breath in particular.
basically
It's the fact that they put in the PSN sign-in
Yeah,
after like 2 weeks or the week of people
I think
playing
it was
the game.
3 weeks, but
Well, isn't that what I
It
just
was
said?
relatively quick afterwards.
yeah. But the problem was that it's the same 132 countries that PlayStation Network is available in.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, it's another one of those Sony account things. Okay.
But the problem is that ShiftUp says that you don't need the Sony account at all.
Looks like there's something
It
out
is not
there.
required.
We could
You
reach
can
it.
use it for just a couple of cosmetic bonuses, but that's it.
Okay, so that's good.
But the problem is that from the way everything was shaping up, SIE was going to try and make it required for a single-player game.
Of course.
That's why it's like...
I would think it would be more about pumping up Sony's numbers to investors and things like that.
That too.
than anything
Yeah.
else.
It could be any number of reasons, but it's SIE being SIE at this point.
So,
Because
how do demons
ShiftUp
usually
wanted,
spend their
obviously,
day?
the game to be available to as wide of an audience as
Brace for
possible.
true evil.
Because, well,
Dig
they're
hip
good
where
people.
like to walk.
They listen to their player bases. And when I mention that they listen, it's not just blindly listening. It's
Some
much
my
more of
finest work, if I do say so myself.
See?
trying to
Pure
provide a
evil,
good
right?
compromise solution.
Right.
Because they did this with Nikkei. Actually, they've done it a couple of times with Nikkei. But so people are not happy because of the fact that ShiftUp has to optimize for de novo. And that's part of the PC crowd going like, oh great, now the game's gonna run like shit.
Right. Or at least not as good. I mean, shit might be a stretch, but definitely gonna be a performance hit.
Remember that gamers tend to slide into the realm of hyperbole
Right.
a lot. So yes, they're gonna use the term runs like shit, and they're trying to go for 120 frames per second, and it's dropping down to like 75, which is
That's a significant drop if
Right.
we're actually talking about the same setup. Like,
Yeah.
the Nuvo isn't
We should keep
that
our distance
bad,
from the
but it
army
is pretty
base
bad.
unless necessary.
Right.
well stated. Gamers go into the realm of hyperbole. It doesn't look like, because they have released statements showing like if you put it this one, it may be running around this on average. But
Bet they've
obviously
got
people are
loads
gonna
of
like,
loot in there.
it's average
Can't argue with
numbers.
that. But some,
I want to know the range.
Somehow I
It's
doubt
like,
they'd
that's
take kindly to
not going to be
intrusion.
helpful for anybody.
I can't talk you out of it. Please, at least try to do
Um,
It's a very large panther.
But
Be careful, Prince. These things move
it's just
fast.
one of those situations like it kind of sucks that they got forced to put in de novo because I think there are other better DRM methods than de novo, I'll be honest. But then again,
yes,
everybody...
there's other ones, but I think they all share the same fatal flaws. The Nuvo.
They're all
Just that the
kernel
Nuvo
based.
is so much of a joke.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of de novo, the other day I heard the most... I don't know what to call this take, but the most non-understanding of why, why somebody wouldn't try and crack a game using bits under de novo. And that is, oh, nobody tries to remove de novo nowadays because of fear of legal repercussions.
I don't what it. What? Say it
Basically-
again?
Probably find traveling merchants on the
Yeah,
main road.
I was like,
They roam
I
over
don't
sand
think
lake,
they
peddling
care.
their wares to all comers.
I think the more
Fellow
common reason would be there's
If we find any, let's
No.
stop and compare notes with them.
people will still break de novo, and
Yeah.
it's not that hard. But people are not cracking de novo because of
No.
These are the same type of people that quite literally don't care about legal repercussions because they want somebody to have access to a game that they. Yeah, I think the statistic
may never
is like,
play themselves.
yeah.
Always remain calm.
I think
no
I remember
matter
a
the situation.
statistic that I remember seeing at
Clear thinking
GDC
will
where
lead
it's
you to
like
victory,
piracy
even when the odds are against you.
is all about accessibility.
You're talking to the
The
thief.
reason why somebody would
I
pirate a
like
game is
the
because
definition of
they
calm.
don't have the means or the methods of getting the game legally.
Right.
Like, maybe it's too expensive. We're gonna be seeing that a lot. That a lot.
Yep.
Or maybe because, the example I bring up for that one is Brazil. Right? Literally, Brazil has such an insane entertainment tax that's why a bunch of, like, console games are so stupidly expensive there, and why a lot of
Prince,
console
it's
games
good
get
to wander
pirated.
off the beaten path sometimes.
Well, a lot of games get pirated.
Detours can be the source
Yeah.
of all sorts of discussions.
The other one would be,
You
like,
might
maybe
come
this game
across other
isn't
travelers'
available in your
abandoned
region.
belongings or usable equipment.
That's the other reason for piracy.
Spoken like a true thief. I'm going in.
Okay. Time for
There's the
sneaking.
treasure.
But it's nice that we may be getting a Stellar Blade 2. I just hope that it isn't locked to PlayStation for a year or two.
I mean, it probably will be. It's what? Why even hope against it?
I think Stellar Blade is actually an IP that is owned by Shift Up.
Yeah, but if they still happen to have like various contractual obligations with Sony,
Mhm.
to at least give them the first chance of, like, say, putting it as an exclusive, or whether
Yeah.
or not they want to renew the contract of exclusivity
Follow me. Gotta be
for
more careful.
Stellar Blade 2.
Here we go.
Batman Beelzebub is not.
I mean, he gets the no killing part and no guns.
Right. But he can't
Which
swoop
is something
down.
to be cool.
He can't do a sweep down sneak attack from on high.
I don't think he's figured that part out yet.
Whoop.
to see how these bases go. 'Cause so far, I'm not 100% convinced they're worth it, but see what kind of wards we can get here. Ah!
Oops, they saw me. Gotta be more careful. Nice! One down.
Okay, if I just press the Y button fast enough, I can pull it off.
It's just that moment of like, God damn it.
Okay, no, not this way. Not even sure there was a point of taking these guys out over here, but
Here we go.
I don't think there's any items in here necessarily. Oh, there we go. There's one item in here. We have a box of scraps! Okay. Time to go in the actual base now.
Whoop.
No, you're supposed to double jump.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
A torque.
Time to test
Don't
whether...
think you...
Okay, I thought it was gonna come this way, so...
I'm not sure if you can scare a tank. I'll be honest.
No, probably not.
I mean, it would be impressive.
Yeah.
At least that was sort of fun. Whoop. Here we go.
What? Ow.
What? I
I'm
thought
not
you were
sure.
invincible during that.
Gotta be more careful.
It's
I'm not
like,
sure.
you scared the guard, but the other guard that was in the line of sight, that guy back there, saw you scaring the other guard. I'm like, huh? Oh no. Okay, he's in a tent. You can't sneak behind that guy.
Oops,
Not
they
easily.
saw me. Gotta
But it
be
wasn't
more
that guy who
careful.
caught me. It was some guy from the part.
Hmm.
Oh wait, now I can't get there. There we go. Ah. Hesitated at the wrong time.
Here we go.
There we
So
go.
horrible.
Ah.
Bargles.
Of course, I'm probably doing it the way that is harder than it needs to be.
Mhm.
There we go.
Oh, speaking of which, Sea of Stars got its free DLC update.
Good. I'm gonna have to put on my pick that up sometime soon.
Well, considering that the DLC has been confirmed by the devs, and I knew it was going to be a thing, was that you have to beat the base game first. You have to see the credit roll before you can get to the expansion of Throes of the Watchmaker. But that means Sea of Stars is now complete in its it's now in its complete form, essentially. Anything past this is just minor tweaks and / bug fixing.
All I got myself is stuck.
Here we go.
Ugh. That's bad.
Yeah, it's alright. That wasn't going well anyway.
Oops, they saw me. Gotta be more careful.
Which way are you going? But what? Ah, that's well done. Well done, game. I concede.
Oops, they saw me. Gotta be more careful.
Okay. I just wanted to test that again to see how sensitive it was, and it is.
Oops,
Okay.
they
So,
saw me.
so don't go for that
Gotta
guy.
be more careful.
But actually, I just thought of a reason why somebody would not want to try and crack a de novo game.
Hmm.
And it's a bit more practical. If de novo is going to be removed in 6 months to a year, why even bother?
Is it removed after X amount of time or something? I didn't realize that.
There are some
It
games
does
that
get
have
removed after a certain point, but sometimes it takes years.
Yeah. More recent games have been doing it closer to about a year or two mark. Because apparently, one of the games I got, Fantasia Neogen, which, to be honest, that one, there's not a lot of impact from de novo. Just recently got it removed. And I think that game came out like a year ago.
Is it because de novo was licensed technology, right? Is that how that works?
De novo is a license. It wasn't even a year ago. It was 6 months ago. December 5th, 2024.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna ignore those two. They're useless. They're a trap. I'm not falling for it.
But yeah, no, like if de novo is going to be removed in 6 months to a year, why bother trying to crack it day one? That would be a
Well, because people want it immediately. I get that in that.
that way. But like, if it's like it's kind of a mix of like maybe like since it's so easy to crack, it's like, should I do it now or should I just not do it? It depends on obviously the popularity of the game, and some people are just doing it because, oh, I can.
For the lulz, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's like some of the more newer games, de novo is being removed like 6 months to a year because it's not because like they like we wanted to make sure the game is protected. It's much more of like the contract states that like Denuvo is only going to last X amount of time, and unless they are willing to spend extra money to renew it, this is generally like done on games that are a live service where they can get extra money for.
An enemy encounter.
Oops, they saw me. Gotta be more careful.
But yeah, no, just hearing the whole thing of, oh yeah, people don't track Denuvo because of legal repercussions. I'm like, no, what?
I mean, there's some truth to that, but that's like on an organizational level, not a individual level.
Yeah.
There are
mean, like-
online groups that I think make a point out of trying to crack things, and they'll be hit with something if something happens, but not like
Yeah.
a one-time thing. Or
Well, yeah, but there's a difference between cracking the Nuvo, which is a separate software, versus, their proprietary code, like, say, the various ROMs of Nintendo games.
But at the same time, it's one of those situations where it's like, yeah, the ones that feel like a legal repercussion, I don't think they're running in the darker circles. I think those guys are usually the guys that have decided to join up and work with security teams on creating better DRM. But at the same time, it's one of those situations of like, I've heard so many people quite literally go like, can we have DRM that isn't kernel based? It doesn't help anybody. Yeah, and then admittedly, like, the current elephant in the room right now is the whole, like, oh, AAA games are dying because look at the success of these small studios. I'm like,
Well,
Here we go.
that's not even
Yeah.
a real
oh
discussion.
no, they're pointing towards sales numbers.
Again,
first of all,
Oh.
it's economies of scale.
Here we go.
The independent can succeed with essentially a lower price point and less sales because they're not having to pay like hundreds, if not thousands, of people. While the
And-
AAA does need to pay that much because they are an international company half the time.
right?
And the games that they're pointing towards for the sales numbers
Here we go.
are Schedule 1, Expedition 33, which I don't consider that ND. I consider that AA.
It's at least, I would no longer call it indie insofar as this sort of amateurish level of where it's,
It's technically in. I mean, it's semantics at this
Okay,
point.
it's-
I don't think they
First
care.
of all,
but
I don't know what its financial backing is. Like, did it have any investors? Did it have any like major investment? I mean, we ended up getting a few years ago the entire concept of who were the people behind Senua's Sacrifice?
Son was Sacrifice.
The first AAA indie game. That's
I don't know what studio it is, but I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory are...
And they ended up getting a publisher
Here we go.
like after that statement, like 2 years after that statement.
And I think the Expedition 33 people are like only like 30 people, right, or something like that, 30 plus people.
It's a bit more complicated
Here we go.
because the core studio is 30 people.
But they did use a lot of contract work and like
Yeah, and a bit of outsourcing for people that they didn't want to hire on specifically for.
well, it was sort of major economic concerns of actually utilizing contractors effectively. Essentially, you know, if we needed a say a
Oh, it goes.
musician to do the soundtrack, instead of hiring them on as a permanent basis, it's more of a thing of like, well, we'll hire the composer to compose us some tracks, have them do that, and once we give them the green light, the contract's over.
They still get
Or
credit in the system.
That's I don't know exactly how many composers actually get stuck on permanently. Obviously, the sound director sort of has to be there because they're ultimately responsible for the entire soundscape, including musical compositions, sound effects, things such as background music. Far more repetitive tracks that need to be considered versus a more orchestral or cinematic, essentially. Admittedly, I am talking a bit out of my ass, but
It's one of those situations where the core studio is 30 people ish, but most of the project for Expedition 33 were contractors or outsourced assistants. Considering that I think they actually stated that almost like the entire environmental design team is 6 guys that understand Unreal 5 extremely well, but they are not part of the company. And they were hired on through the help of the publisher of Expedition 33, Kepler.
which arguably I would say that's probably one of the better ways to separate indie from more professional things, is whether they have a definitive publisher.
Yeah.
Because, like, admittedly, we have things such as, like, I'm trying to think of some of the indie publishers. Like,
Devolver.
Devolver, obviously.
That's the one that comes to my mind right now.
Because unfortunately, the reason why we become sort of like separate between AAA and indie is because we no longer have AA, we no longer have single A, we no longer have like in-house crazy like experimentation on things.
B tier.
Yeah, the B team. Like, how many projects over the years, like in terms of video games, are technically, you know, the B team outshining the A team?
Hostile spotted.
Oops, they saw me. Gotta be more careful.
But and that's why it's like like I'm not siding with these people. I'm just going like,
Oops, they saw me.
yeah, but
Gotta be more
those
careful.
are breakout hits. Schedule 1 is like, I've heard people say it's like, oh, it's like GTA, but funner. And I'm like, I picked it up thinking I could maybe play it with Will
Gotta be more careful.
whenever I get free time. And so I sat down and played it, and it's like, this is nothing like GTA. it feels much more like a drug management game. And, I mean, as for, like, Balatro, I don't know how to describe Balatro other than, you know those people that, like, want to play gambling, but they don't want to gamble? Balatro's probably a
Actually, I
very...
would say it's those people who used to have an old LCD poker device that they play a bit on occasion when they had nothing better to do. Balatro is like just simply the superior form of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you get down to the independent scene, obviously you can have breakout hits that are insane
Here we go.
for in terms of like profitability or success for the creator.
Oops, they saw
Just
me.
simply because of, you know,
Gotta be more
if
careful.
millions of people actually purchase the game, even at its like reduced rate, say like take Vampire Survivors. It was originally costing $2.50. And literally millions of people did purchase the game. And even at that incredibly tiny price point, I don't know how much money he made over it, but I think he would, at the very least, was pleasantly surprised
Yeah.
when he realized he was starting to get a success. But the reality is a
Here
lot
we
of
go.
independent games probably struggle just simply to break even.
Right.
Because how many of them are not well known? How many of them, like, heck, we ended up playing the, still have it installed, I think.
Valheim?
No.
No.
Oh, I still had it installed. Oh, I do have it installed. I completely forgot what it was called. Wizard with a Gun
Yeah.
last year. And the developer had to call it quits.
Right. I remember after we started playing, it happened soon after.
We literally the week after we started playing, the studio shut down, and I feel bad about it. Because
That we didn't actually at least finish.
no, just I feel bad because like it's like I contributed something, at least in some part, to the studio, but in the end, it didn't really matter too much.
Well, that in itself is the problem. It's like, I mean, arguably, if you think about how difficult it is for indies to like make it for themselves, I think in some ways, AAA might actually be faring worse. The only reason why that doesn't seem that way is because they are so interconnected and, you know, and convince banks, you know, to lend out $100 million as a loan. Which, you know, would be even convincing a bank to lend you like $50,000 as an independent would probably be impossible.
Well, so it goes.
But from my perspective, like AAA is there's definitely things wrong with it. I can't say it's like it's a perfect system. Neither is
Actually,
indie.
I watched a video that explained in some ways why AAA is having the problems that it does.
Was it Bellular?
No.
Oh.
Admittedly, this was from a very different perspective. It was from the idea of like game design.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing he brought up as the first one that I think goes through a lot of the games in question is he was bringing up the idea of the checkmate. whether the game in question has checkmates. What he means by this is a state where you are now in a... You have no more moves, you have no more redos, you have no more choice but to lose. Like in chess, you obviously reach a point where ultimately you no longer have any moves. And the smarter you are, or the more experienced you are with chess, the further away you can realize this state has started. Not just simply from the actual checkmate, but how many moves you might end up going to, or how many moves you might actually have, or whether you can actually get out of the situation. And he was bringing up that a lot of AAA games try not to ever put the player into that position, and brought up the idea of ultimately it was about the expression of puzzles versus game, where puzzles have a definitive one solution, like this is how you solve the problem, and it's step by step by step, or it's mechanically the same every time. Versus more choice or skill driven, with the idea of you can do other things. There's like the appearance of skill. It's been I probably would need to rewatch it again to express it in certain ways.
There's nothing in this base. I don't know why these bases exist.
Random
I think
items.
these bases were for the early game. I don't know.
There's a couple of treasures left, but it might be like small chests.
Like, see if they're worth it. So far, I haven't found anything that was like, oh, this is awesome. For all the work I'm doing to obtain it.
Okay, we're in this section again. There looks to be a way behind him. Eddie, keep going
Maybe you
further
have to
right.
crawl.
Keep going. Eddie, keep going further. Don't get on the tents. Stay at ground level. Keep going further right. Entrance.
There we go. Eh, not exactly exciting stuff.
I think we can make scorpion alloy.
Mm-hmm.
We've been able to make that for a while now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that one's inside.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, so it's somewhere in here.
I got all the treasure chests.
Yay.
Found ya.
Okay, so we got all the chests. And now it just closes out the base. Eh.
I guess I can go try revisiting some other bases at some point, but otherwise,
And
sure.
when I feel like in this case, like once we see a bit of the base, you can do those off stream.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I definitely get that.
Because like stealth sections are like, yeah, it's kind of fun to see the fudge ups, but
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah. 100% what you're saying. Okay, let's get back to it.
Seems to me there are an awful lot of ghost towns around this area.
That's due to the explosion. Any villages too close to the epicenter were all but destroyed.
Must have been the mother of all explosions, huh? It's too late for us to do anything about it now. Let's keep moving.
All right, let's see what's going on in here.
Isn't this so cool? We're exploring ruins, guys! At least that was sort of fun.
Okay, Eddie, I'm gonna have to bug you about this. 'Cause, like, I just checked something. So, somebody posted a picture of something from Metroid Prime 4,
Mm-hmm.
but they put up a Bible quote.
Okay. I can't wait
Is
to hear how
Mark-
those two are mixed.
Mark 15, verse 17.
Okay.
And they clothed him in a purple cloak, and twisting together a crown of thorns,
These
they
ruins
put it
are
on him.
relatively big. Our bot's ability should come in handy for exploring them.
Are you really sure
I'll
it's
just
safe to drive
share
a bot
this
around
to-
such dilapidated ruins?
There's no
Stream.
choice if we want to access all its areas.
Maybe
I'm not
so.
sure why they're
can't
putting
help
this quote to this thing.
Probably because Samus looks purple in the game. That's the only I can think
Oh,
of.
it looks to be a character?
Oh,
I mean,
the aliens for this one.
I mean, it's very
Except,
meme.
You know, I think it's incredibly off.
It's
Yeah.
a meme. It's not a particularly like clever
Wonder what
meme,
they
but
might
it's a
have
meme.
originally been built for.
okay.
You know, he's in a
Just use
robe,
Bible quotes out of context.
purple robe. Oh, it just happens to sort of align with that quote. You know,
Yeah.
step 4 prophet.
Hidden treasure, too. Maybe it was, I don't know, a playground?
One dangerous
Yeah, no, I
place to
just
leave
wanted to get your
children.
opinion, and it's like, I
You could
don't
have
know where
fun
this
here,
is
Meow.
coming from, and it's like,
Yeah, like I get what's been described in the quote. Like I know that part of the Bible, but yeah, that's basically it's all very surface level humor. Like he's wearing purple. He's wearing purple. Ha!
purple! Oh,
You know,
here's
if
something
we bust
that I've seen a lot of people talk about.
Hmm.
Okay, so you know about the Switch 2 edition boxes for certain games?
Uh-huh.
Like Metroid Prime 4 and Tears of the Kingdom?
Mhm.
Apparently, it's just going to be a Switch 1 cart with a download code for the expansion.
Yeah, they mentioned that in the stream, didn't they?
They didn't clarify it in the stream.
That some of those games were just going to be downloads.
Isn't this so cool?
Not
We're
downloads.
exploring ruins, guys.
Talking about, like,
Now,
the
Prince,
Switch 2 edition
do
of the
be
games.
careful.
Mhm.
You never know
Some
what
of them
might
will get
jump out at
physical
us.
editions.
Right.
Don't
But
worry.
the-
Whatever it is, I'll beat it up.
Current rumor is
Try
that
not to wreck the place
what
and
you're going to
bury
basically
me
be
alive.
buying is a bundle pack that has a Switch 1 cart and the Switch 2 edition update package as a code, instead of it all being all on a cart.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure there's people out there that would really love to have it all on a cart.
Right. Understandably.
These ruins look relatively big. Our bot's ability should come in handy for exploring them.
Are you really sure it's safe to drive a bot around such dilapidated
Here
ruins?
we go. There's no choice if we want to access all its areas.
Maybe so. But I can't help imagining the whole place coming down on our heads.
Better safe than sorry if there's other dangers, though.
That's a very large panther. Be careful, Prince. These things move fast.
Oh. Did we talk to you already? We did.
I think he was like the rescue that we did earlier.
Right.
Here we go.
We might be able to reach these inaccessible spots.
The more bots you have, the more options you'll have to travel to new places. Let's try to remember this spot. That hurt, you stupid cow!
Okay, that's an
So
interesting
annoying. Ow, ow,
indie
ow.
game.
That hurt, you stupid cow! Yeah. Ow, ow, ow! Take that! Do you think we'll ever explore all of Sandland?
That took a lot of damage.
The thought makes my head spin. I am intrigued.
I would love
5mm
to get to
multi-barrel
discover something that no
machine
one's ever
gun.
seen before. Gotta make the most of the journey. No holding back.
Bear.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Stellar Blade. That's gonna be fun. That's definitely like one of the few games I'm actually gonna buy this year.
Actively buy.
Yeah. Maybe we won't play that one on stream,
Always remain
but
calm, no matter the situation.
just because we have so many other games to play on stream,
Clear
so
thinking will lead you to
I
victory.
gotta keep
even
a few to
when the odds
myself.
Are again.
Yeah.
You.
Admittedly, it's like
We're talking to the
Expedition
thief.
33 or Stellar
I
Blade.
like the
My vote would
definition of
actually
home.
be for Stellar Blade over Expedition 33.
I don't have to worry about that. Oh, fall damage.
some real damage back there.
Nah, it's okay.
I won't use the hovercraft. Breaks immediately. God damn it.
Take that! Yeah. Take that!
Okay, so what's left in this area? So according to these, all these are treasure chests that we didn't open. Was there more in it? I guess I should pay attention to this map more often.
Maybe.
Because I don't know if this all means these are treasure we haven't picked up, or just they.
I think they get cleared off the map when we pick them up.
Well, let's find out.
Here we go. So, like, why do we need water to live?
That's because the human body is composed of roughly 60% water.
Interesting. Hey, Pete, what about demons?
That depends on the species. Slime's body is nearly 100% water, for instance.
Even something as simple as that really hammers home what a diverse bunch demons are.
Oh, great. Now we have a fourth voice in these conversations.
Huh.
I can't wait until we hear the maybe we need something to jump one.
At least that was sort of fun.
So okay, so we said they do disappear off the map. So there's definitely some places I need to re-explore. Especially the parts chests. Those are important. Okay, so in here.
There, I posted the meme. I joined in.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, I gotta
Not
see
a
now.
question. I think humans eat some plants, but not others.
Our bodies can't digest a lot of them. And then there's others that are downright poisonous to us.
Isn't that
Do you
from
recognize the
Humans
movie?
just have weak stomachs.
I do.
So you demons'
We
stomachs
don't,
are
actually.
so strong you can eat just about anything? Impressive.
Try posting it on your timeline to see how many people recognize it and tell you how funny it is then.
Of course, silly.
Seems to me there are an awful lot of ghost towns around this area.
That's due to the explosion. Any villages too close to the epicenter were all but destroyed.
Must have been the mother of all explosions, huh?
Too
Look at
late
that, there was a
to do
gun here.
anything about it now. Let's keep moving.
All right, so I guess survey says I should have been paying more attention to these.
And was it a better gun? Or...
I don't know, but
Okay, Okay, rare is right under legendary, right? I think.
think. Let's rest for the night. I forget if that
What's in
repairs my
that?
vehicles. I don't think it does.
I think it does, actually.
Here we go.
I think that's an upgrade that, Anne does now?
Oh, okay.
I think
Is
you've
that-
gotten her level in that one.
Hot, hot, hot! Uh-oh, it's catching fire! What's wrong? Got a headache?
I used to live here. The memories just hit me all at once.
If it's too much for you, don't force yourself.
Oh, is this what
Okay.
Moses saying? Oh, what's up?
I think that was a very good conversation to hear. I think that was a unique one.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one before.
I think it's probably because it involves Anne.
Probably.
I mean, you have been spending a good chunk of the game now without Anne.
I still can't come to terms with just how vast the outside world is. Don't want to think about how hard it would be to get around without vehicles.
But it used to be even bigger, and there were no vehicles.
Civilization truly made the world smaller.
In more ways
Unlike
than
this
one.
one.
At least that was sort of fun.
Nope.
Not easily.
Ooh, but stop.
Brunch.
Something smells like treasure.
Does it? Does it now?
Smells
I
like
mean, I don't
gasoline.
know what treasure smells like.
Where's the treasure? Wait, what's that over there?
You're trying to pull my leg, old man?
Oh, man.
I guess there was treasure. This isn't dangerous, not at all.
Well, it's a video game.
Well, everybody knows video games are dangerous, so. Almost made an oopsie.
Think you'll have to go the other way.
I just did like cartoon logic there, like changing course in midair. Oops.
How the f you get that one? There's
must be-
gotta be something.
I must be missing something.
Okay, that way. That way. I think get on top of there. It's got an invisible ceiling. Ugh. Okay, then hop to that thing.
I don't like the clearance on that one. Guess we'll try. Ah! Ooh, no! Oh, that was also.
And-
Almost.
Wait.
That might have been a bad move anyway.
Now you're sort of,
What
definitely.
goes through your head in the middle of a fight?
How I'm gonna beat the other guy to a pulp?
That's a start.
Nope.
But you might get better results by predicting what your enemy is
What are you
going to do
doing,
and
Ralph?
reacting accordingly. You'll find it hard to lose if you're always fighting on favorable terms.
Okay.
Uh,
Fucking on something. Hey, check the pillar to your left.
You've made it pretty far upstream.
If Demon Village is downstream, do I just need to follow the river to get back home?
ah.
It's possible you'd get lucky, but the river branches out at many different points. One wrong
Okay,
turn,
I guess
and
this
you'll
is-
end up somewhere else.
That may be how we get to the other one, is like... Since those are similar colored rocks, there may be another one on the opposite side that we need to get to. Or we could brute force it.
You know my favorite method.
Actually logicking out the puzzle and doing it properly.
Brute force.
I took some real damage back there.
Well,
The area near the site of the explosion is full of bad memories for me.
You want to steer clear of it?
No. I can't keep running.
Come on.
forever.
There we go. Oh, I am just absolutely brute forcing this.
How do humans make a living?
Crafts, agriculture, hunting, trade. It's pretty varied. And some bad eggs resort to thievery, of course.
Aha!
We steal from
Brute
humans
forced it.
sometimes too.
High capacity
That's
missile
nothing
pod.
to be proud of. Unless you're stealing from the army, that is.
Okay. Whew. Okay, that was a workout, but we did it.
Is there a quest around here? Oh, look, there's one more chest.
But that? No, now I'm only interested in the parts chest.
Okay, so those ones.
Because those have weapon parts. So those would be more useful. Well, to me anyway. Where next? Oh yeah, that's a good place to go. But didn't they give up yet? There we go. Hydrate.
Here we go. Hardly any humans around here.
It's a harsh region. It's not easy to survive here, so most don't bother trying.
Even in the old days, it was far from any rivers. Been
Whoa!
Guess I didn't like that I was... So, how do I get in there?
I think the opposite side looks to be it. Because it looks like there may be a cave entrance on the other one.
So, like, why do we need water to live?
That's because the human body...
I feel like there may be a cave entrance in that thing. Or... Huh?
It pays to take the time to stop and observe your surroundings every now and then. You just might make some exciting discoveries.
Time to go into first-person view?
and if we can find some loot as a result, even better.
No, I didn't like that either. So I don't know what the game is trying to tell us with this one.
There's gotta be a cave system. There's gotta be. Unless there's like something else that we don't know about, like a salvage crane for the hover. I doubt it, but
Nice! One down.
Yeah, that's just weird. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this one. There must be some sort of underground location I guess we're supposed to go to at some
Make
point.
sure to check your gear every now and
yeah, and
Never know.
it's got to be
when
somewhere
something
close
big
by. But
might come in handy.
Such a waste to let bot parts just rust away, too.
I agree.
Got it. I'll give him a look.
Okay, we just have to move on from there. Don't know what to do about that one. Let's check out these.
Here we go.
Speed boost for the car. Now Gramps can keep up. It reminds me.
that's if you ever upgrade the car.
Yeah, never. Gosh, where is the
What are you looking for?
river dam? I forget where it is.
The
It's some-
dam?
it's over
I
here,
think
I
it's
think.
that. Yeah, it's that one.
Okay. So that means what I'm looking for is over here. Can't travel now. Okay.
Because you're in fight!
Whoop.
It sure is hot out here. How are you holding up, Prince?
Not yet. Not what I'm
What do
looking
you
for.
mean?
Should be nearby
This
though.
level of heat's nothing. It beats the cold, at least.
I, for one, much prefer the heat to the cold as well.
These two must be from Arizona.
Heat, well, just part of being a demon?
Depends on the demon. Slime shriveled up after all.
There we go. That's what we're looking for.
Oh yeah, this cave.
Nutty Buddy Cave.
No, hot spicy mapo tofu cave.
This cave's bigger than I expected.
Prince, don't get too excited and start running off.
Stop treating me like a kid.
Seems like there's a lot of exits. Don't get separated.
That feels like something you'd want to get on top of.
Gross.
You're the one who thought it was gross. Yeah, that looks like something you'd have to jump from ledge to ledge. Maybe it's Beals.
It's nice and cool down here in this cave.
Yeah, looks like people have been here before. You gotta wonder what for.
There's nowhere to hide in this open desert, and the army's keeping close watch on the area. Whoever they are, they mean business.
That worked out better than I thought it was going to.
Most of it.
It pays to take the time to stop and observe your surroundings every now and then. You just might make some exciting discoveries.
Reviewing your box setup helps too.
And if we can find some loot as a result, even better.
I think that's an exit only.
I think we found what we're looking for there.
Yeah. Mapo tofu.
There's some bunches over here that we missed, but I wonder if they're still valuable.
Here we go.
Prince, would you please let me have the next turn at the wheel?
Rock, paper, scissors me for it.
You're on. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors.
Yay! I win!
We've been here before?
Ah, I'll get you
think
next
so.
time.
We didn't get the chest.
I think it was for a cutscene.
What?
Got what was here. Let's go for the other ones.
Please sub.
That's funny. That one is.
I think that was the chest you just picked up.
Here we go.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. You should know. There it is.
Okay. What the? Maybe it's behind something. Because, like, it looks a bit... It's definitely in
Oh, there it is.
this
There it is.
Oh. we didn't look properly.
Oh shit. Okay, takes care of those.
Okay, there's one right there. To your east. That one. Yeah, it looked like there was one there that was... But...
I don't know how to get to this location.
Can't we warp to the campfire thing there?
Yeah, that might be the only way to get there.
So it looks like we go to the Ara Village ruins and then slightly south and then head east.
It pays to take the time to stop and observe your surroundings every now and then.
Agreed.
You just might make
Stop
some
and smell the
exciting
roses.
discoveries.
Reviewing your bot's setup helps too.
And if we can find some loot as a result, even better.
Looks like there's something up there.
Oh, really?
Oh man,
We could reach it.
only had a vehicle that could jump.
If only. But that's not that kind of. This is not that kind of game.
Here we go.
No.
Oh, I thought we went through all the pipes. So I missed a pipe.
Apparently, we missed a pipe or two.
The area near the site of the explosion is full of bad memories.
Want to steer clear of it?
Damn, that takes care of all the treasure chests in this area.
At least the big ones, not the small ones.
Right. Oh, there's a cave here we didn't go to.
No, I can't.
Oh
keep
no, we
running
didn't go
forever.
into a cave that's full of resources. I don't know.
You gonna tell me something? No, I guess not.
Why do you shoot at him?
To threaten him to sell me something?
You been around Sandland a lot, old man?
I traveled around to all sorts of
Oh, I
places,
couldn't intimidate him.
but there's still so much to see.
Damn it! The down.
Oh shoot!
Ouch.
Wow, that bot didn't. I thought that bot can take a hit. It cannot. I need to be careful.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of driving through this boring desert. V, know any jokes?
What am I, your jester? Fine, but I'll only tell one.
Hit me.
Same one.
Why are cacti so grumpy? They're prickly by nature.
You know, maybe driving's not so bad.
Your delivery was awful, by the way. There was no pause in order to let the joke sit.
When you run into enemies in the desert, taking a head count is a good first step.
Can't we just pick them off one by one?
If there are only
Okay, I finished everything on this side. Now let's go over here. Start exploring this stuff.
Maybe find a radio tower in the northern section.
Here we go.
I just remembered somewhere else we have to go. Now that we have a bot.
Yep.
Pretty far from the demon village by now, huh?
are you feeling homesick?
I miss playing games and reading comics at least.
Hope you don't find your friends have overridden all your saves by the time he's the leader of the Raptor. Do be careful, Prince.
Sure looks sturdy, but I bet I can break it with enough force.
Thought I'd try.
Yeah.
Silica stone, I think that's new.
It looks like we're not the only travelers out here.
Or at least I don't remember there being silica stone elsewhere. Okay, before we carry on, let me go back to the place I just remembered that we needed to return to.
The Juniper ruins?
Yep. What's the fastest place to be?
There.
Oh no, not
The
this
desert
place.
gets awfully chilly at night. Take precautions to ensure you don't lose too much body heat.
Where's that pit? There's a pit that we were into before. Oh, where is it?
I don't recall.
Oh, mech dump. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
The mech dom.
Ew, no, I don't have cash for you.
I guess it gets cold so fast at night.
Oh, no, 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 no. Just for that, I'm gonna take one of your vehicles. Okay, this is not working the way I thought it would. What's it getting stuck on?
Why is the Royal Army bothering to guard a dump site?
Because they realized that people were coming in droves to pick through their trash.
Oh, I guess that's all I needed to move.
Knowing them, they saw an opportunity to sell it off instead.
Just how stingy
Armor
can they
enhancer.
get?
Okay. There's another place where that was going to be useful. Where is it now? Now I'm trying to find that place that was out in the water.
Hmm.
Is it over here? Where was it? Well, I lost track of where this place was. Hopefully I find it again at some point, because yeah, now I really don't remember.
Hmm.
that's a shame, because it looked like there was a pretty good chest on top. Remember it was in the water. Can't remember where I saw it. Maybe it's over here? Somewhere around here. It was a dead end for us. Until we got a hover vehicle.
Here we go.
If you ever think you might be lost, you should check the map.
It's always good to know both our current position and our destination.
Yeah. Getting lost and having to backtrack would be a pain.
It was similar to this, but I gotta keep going.
Hey, old man, what would you do if you ran into a tough enemy?
Let's see. Well, I'd start by observing them carefully. Knowing what they can do and what their weaknesses are will help you fight effectively.
Someone help!
Hey, old man, what would you do if you ran into a tough enemy?
Let's see.
Okay, this isn't it. I can't believe it. Where did I see it? Oh, that's another place we haven't come back to. Let's revisit that real quick.
Look!
It's the leader of the Raptors. Do be careful, Prince.
He sure looks sturdy, but I bet I can break it with enough force.
All right, a lot of caves. That should give us plenty of goodies here.
Got a question. Why can humans eat some plants but not others?
Our bodies can't digest a lot of them. And then there's others that are downright poisonous to us.
Humans just have weak stomachs.
So you demon stomachs are so strong you can eat just about anything? Impressive.
Of course not, silly.
I see.
Getting all kinds of materials. Unfortunately, nothing super
Foes
rare,
are
but
tough. You can always run away and live to fight another day.
I guess it's never bad.
No such thing as too tough for me.
Perhaps not, but I'm telling you just in case that turns out not to be true.
Alright, fine.
Oh, there's another cave over there too. So many little secrets to find. That's why Wednesdays we go wild. We don't do main quests. Main quests are for quitters.
Here we go.
How does that work?
It just does. Are these hostile? Nope.
So, how do demons usually spend their day?
Brace for true evil. We do stuff like dig pitfalls where people like to walk. Oh, and Thief even stole someone's comic the other day.
Did I just pass it?
Some of my finest work, if I do say so myself.
Oh no, it's up there.
See?
How did we get up
You're
there?
evil, right?
Yeah, right.
If only we had a jump bot.
If only there was a way we could jump up there.
Oh no, if only we could move that brick.
You've been around Sandland a lot, old man?
Yes, let's
I
shoot
traveled
this
around to
crate.
all sorts of places in my youth, but there's still so much to see.
This trip should be fun for you then.
Wish I could just relax and enjoy it, but not when so many others are suffering.
Okay. I got an idea. It's so
Got an
crazy.
idea?
So crazy, it just might work.
Gonna try and clear out a,
We might be able to reach these inaccessible spots one day.
The more bots you have, the more options you'll have to travel to new places.
Let's try to remember this spot.
I don't know what's here. We're gonna find out. No! Not another sneak mission.
I'm going.
Have we been here already? I think we
There's
have.
the treasure.
yeah, but I don't think we cleared everything out of it.
Well, there's one more little box.
Yeah, there's one chest left.
Okay, I'll go for it. It's like right
But
there.
the weird
so.
part... This man does not see pink. Okay, so it's up there on the wall.
On the other side of the wall.
Here we go.
Oh,
And probably with this, we'll clear out everything.
I got all the treasure chests.
Yeah, there we go. That is done. Now go take a swim.
that's not what I wanted to do, but
Probably shouldn't try to drive a bot around inside the base.
I didn't base anymore. It's not all about that
Done
base.
with Base.
It's all about that
I've
base.
already stolen all the treasure.
Base.
No treasure.
Here we go.
Would you try and summon?
I don't know.
Like, no. It's like, but what?
Do you think we'll ever explore all of Sandland?
Yes.
Thought makes my head spin. I am intrigued, though.
I would love to get to discover something that no one's ever seen before.
Gotta make the most of the journey. No holding back.
I'm
For a moment
determined to.
there, I thought he said no holding bark.
Well, you know, it's Sandland. And there's very little bark to hold on to.
But what about forest land?
Now that's a different.
All the bark you can hold. All of it. Whoa.
All bark, no bite.
If enemies take you by surprise, just stay calm and try to get distance from them.
And then run away.
Running in a blind panic.
I'm desperately trying to find
the more
that thing I'm
chances
looking
to
for.
hit you in the back. Assess
It was in the
situation
water, so I'll
calmly
find it
instead.
eventually.
One day.
I prefer running towards it.
Hey, look, a cave.
I'll make the most of the trip.
How'd you get the car here? How?
The capsule. It's in a capsule, so it's okay. It's plausible.
I still can't come to terms with just how vast the outside world is. Don't want to think about how hard it would be to get around without vehicles.
But it used to be even bigger, and there were no vehicles.
Civilization truly made the
It's
world
a unique
small.
structure.
In more ways than one.
That's also a little bit unique.
Yeah, we already passed that though. We were here a little while ago.
I wasn't paying too close attention.
It's alright.
Are those pipes? Those are
Mm.
pipes.
Yep.
You
Someone's
remember
laying
that
down.
one?
Someone's
You'll
laying
probably
down
find
pipe.
traveling merchants on the main roads. They roam over Sandland, peddling their wares to all comers.
Fellow travelers.
Have we
huh?
gotten that terror?
If we find
Nope,
it,
new tower.
let's stop and compare notes with him.
So while I'm in the area, I'll find a way to activate it. There we go. Maybe.
Probably a zigzag. Maybe just a hopper.
Oh, look, a new enemy type that we shouldn't be seeing yet.
They're only level 20. Oh, wait, aren't those bandits? That is not necessarily new. I've encountered one of those before.
Well, so it goes. We can use this to find. We can repair it. Just
And what's that sack?
Probably more lore.
Actually, no, it might be a quest item.
okay. Now for some hot intel on the area.
Stack of paintbrushes obtained.
Like you said, probably a quest item. Oh, it's a battle bot.
Aw. Premium stuff. Nice. Oh, hey, we got the northern section.
Okay, so this clearly means this wasn't the way to go. So then where on earth would I have seen those islands?
Go north. In this case, I feel like the path would have been possibly to the east of where we're at.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know, it doesn't seem super likely, but running out of real estate, so...
Ew, that was
Ooh,
rough.
we landed on
Ow!
water!
A hard landing in water? That's definitely a possible thing, but
No, not from that height.
I've got a question. Why can humans eat some plants, but not others?
Our bodies can't digest a lot of them. And then there's others that are downright poisonous to us.
Humans just have weak stomachs.
So you demon stomachs are so strong you can eat just about anything? Impressive.
Of course not, silly.
I see. Always remain calm, no matter the situation. Clear thinking will lead you to victory, even when the odds are against you.
You're talking to the Fiend Prince. I'm like the definition of calm.
Okay, I'm not sure it's this direction either, but... we're coming against a waterfall. Yes, we did.
I think that's the edge of the map.
No.
Or no.
But it's an edge we probably shouldn't cross.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 5-minute warning, 10:30.
I'm at a loss at this point. Where else would this structure be that I haven't been to it? Or this isn't it, is it? That rock formation looks a little more familiar.
Here we go.
We'll probably find traveling merchants on the main roads.
It's gonna break.
I mean, he's Try that again. This time without running into enemies.
The desert gets awfully chilly at night. Take precautions to
Nope,
ensure you
nope,
don't
nope,
lose
nope.
too much body heat.
Not there either.
I guess it gets.
Gosh. I remember seeing it so vividly what I'm looking for, and now I can't find it.
Wait, what's that cave there? That one that's between three of them. Did we just do that one, or
Which one? I'm sorry.
south and east?
Oh, this one?
That one.
Oh,
Yeah. Did we just do that one?
I think we did, but it didn't register.
Hold so.
Okay.
We should keep our distance from the army base unless necessary.
I bet they've got loads of loot in there.
Did we go up here?
Can't argue with that, but somehow I doubt they'd take kindly to intruders.
If we can't talk you out of it, please at least try to be sneaky about it.
Yeah, nothing to see up here.
It pays to take the time to stop and observe your surroundings every now and then. You just might make some exciting discoveries.
I agree. I agree.
Reviewing your box setup helps too.
And if we can find some loot as a result, even better.
I think we've already been in here.
Yeah. I think it's just, yeah, it's just minerals.
Hmm. Oh, remember, her reject keeps blowing up. It's only low. It's only level
Let's
1.
finish out the stream by upgrading it, maybe?
Well, I was missing materials before. I don't know if I have enough still, because I think some of them were forest line materials, and we didn't get a chance to go there tonight. But and to double check, we did gather a lot of neat stuff. So
Yeah.
Do you need it?
Okay, it's upgradable. I think it's the chip slot that it's talking about upgradable for the hover jet.
many magnets.
See you later.
Magnorts.
You're welcome.
Do you need it?
Okay, there we go.
See you later.
Everything we're doing before we call it a day. Let's go after the desert assassin.
Okay.
And then I guess I'm just gonna have to Google it. Because I don't know where that enemy is anymore. I just don't know what happened to him. Or not enemy, but that location.
Maybe the hover bike now is a bit more sturdier. Maybe.
Or wait. Is that it?
I think we just found it.
My god.
Completely different area.
Yeah, I wasn't even close.
It's the leader of the Raptors.
Nah, we don't
really
care.
cannot recommend fighting it unarmed.
Why not? Let's try it anyway, just to be sure.
Sandland sure has a lot of different creatures. Nice! One down. Sandland sure has a
Very large panther. Be careful.
The
Chris.
desert has a
These
very
things
large
move
panther.
fast.
No lies detected.
Whoa! Whoa!
Looks like we're in for a fight.
Watch for the right moment to dodge. Watch for the right moment to dodge.
Okay, now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Down.
You've been saved, sir. I don't even know how you survived this long, but you know, whatever. Okay, here we go. This is the place we were looking for. Just gotta find the landing.
Something smells like treasure.
I think I could jump that one.
I really hate how the motorcycle's the only thing they will allow to make that jump.
Yeah, that feels wrong.
Doesn't make sense.
Okay, and then we get this boy and shove it.
God, island's a funny shape.
Littered with man-made objects. Just what is this place?
Only one way to find out.
Hover tank? Hover tank? Nice! I was wondering if that was going to be a thing.
Well, now we know the upgrade path.
Theoretically.
I mean, the only thing is we don't have a hover tank blueprints. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
By the looks of it, this place hasn't been touched in ages.
Let's use whatever's been left behind to keep going.
I just hope that includes some treasure.
Here we go. There's some possibilities here. Maybe the blueprints are around here.
There's definitely stuff here.
Something smells like treasure.
Mega rocket for the dirt
rocket.
for the dirt buggy. That's neat.
Oh, wait. Eddie,
Oh, yeah,
Eddie,
I saw. Okay, I guess it's just for visual, I guess. Just
Yeah, that's visual.
We won't be able to progress any farther without a bunch of bots.
So we're gonna have to use our brains? I'll try.
it's a new line.
Use
I'm not even
trial
sure.
and error.
I'm not even sure what it's
Even
supposed to
you
mean.
can manage that, right?
Oh, dead end. Time to go.
Rear fire weapon.
That's
Hover
not.
car.
Yeah, for the hover car. That's neat.
That island's a funny shape.
And littered with man-made objects.
Here we go.
Just what is this place?
Only one way to find out.
Oh, hey.
We won't be able to progress any farther without a bunch of
28
bots.
millimeter battery tank. That's
So
a
we're
tank
gonna have
part.
to use our brains?
I think we've had that.
Right.
We've had that before, unless it's a rare
Use
version of
trial
it.
and error. Even
Yeah.
you can manage that, right?
I think we're good at this point for this one. 'Cause, like, I
Yeah.
think that one just led to a mining point.
Yeah, no, we've covered everything. Okay, so let's go back to Spino, then we'll call it a day. We found some neat stuff at the end.
Nice.
Here, and here's the frame,
Do you
but we don't
need
have any part blueprints for it, unfortunately.
Oh, that's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Primary, secondary, engine, and suspension, but while we do have the frame, we don't have... It can't make any parts for it, I think. Yeah, it's not even listed here.
Yeah, because without any blueprints, well, makes sense that we can't do anything. Okay.
See you later.
Well, we were pretty successful today. Tomorrow we'll go back. We'll go back to doing main quest stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So with that in mind, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.
Pleased
So
to meet you.
adios, everyone. Good night. We're out. We're signing off. We're gone. We're not here anymore. Bye.